One of the biggest frustrations we hear when it comes to content marketing and using content for your business is that it just takes too much time. It takes too much effort to get any results, to get any organic growth happening for your company. And why is this? Well, a lot of brands, a lot of companies, they just start a weekly blog, a podcast or a YouTube channel. They might share it over to their email list, share it on LinkedIn, Apple Podcasts, Medium and some other channels, and then they expect to get results. Are you one of those companies? Then stick around, because today I will show you how you can be more strategic about it and only create content that works for your business. Hey everyone, I'm Hans of User Growth and welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, it's the way we can hang out regularly and how we can teach you everything you know to make your online marketing as performant as possible. So go ahead, click the subscribe button and the little bell icon next to it so you never miss another lesson you need to succeed online with your business. And now let's move on to today's lesson. So if you're one of those companies that just keeps on pushing out new content weekly or even daily and you're not getting results, it's time to rethink your content calendar. Just creating content for the sake of creating content will make you lose big time. Sure, if you're an established brand, you can get results from the strategy, and there might be one or two outliers who will get results as well, if you're willing to wait a year for results to kick in. But the moment you realize how big your total addressable market is, and how little of this market you actually reach with your content using your current strategy, you might start to pack that box and just leave the office. You can tell yourself lies like, I'm doing this to add consistent weekly value to my audience. But sales and profit don't lie. Your audience do not want weekly content. They might tell you they do, but did those same people buy from you? If a lot of them did, hooray, keep on going like this. If not, it's time to reevaluate your strategy. It's time you spend less time creating weekly content just for the sake of creating content. Don't just throw spaghetti against a wall waiting for something to stick, because that is not a way to run a business. Most people are on the hamster wheel doing content. And it's time to stop that and to be strategic about your content creation. There is already too much boring, terrible content out there. You need to invest big, creating one content asset at a time, no matter how long it takes. Finding which piece to create though is a guessing game for most businesses. Let me explain how to create a content calendar that isn't just a bunch of random topics, but it is a list of potential topics for you to rank with in search engines by taking into account things like the search volume for the different topics, the current number of search results, the ranking opportunity gaps for you to consider when creating that epic piece, and the traffic potential you have when you produce it. It's time you step off that hamster wheel today. So for the first step, we first need to figure out what it is that you're selling. This sounds like a no-brainer, but if you want to make any sales from the traffic you will get at your blog though, you need to focus on blog topics related to the products that you sell. Identify if you sell a physical product, a SaaS product, a digital course, a digital service, or maybe a local service. No matter what it is, everything starts by first having this exactly clear in your mind. For the second step, we're going to figure out your target audience. And yeah, sure, you've probably made some buyer personas in the past, but do you remember what they were? Not all customers are created equal. Some will be ready to purchase anything you throw at them, and for some, you need to work a little bit harder to get them to even consider your offering. If you know who it is you're trying to sell to, we can move on to step number 3. Figure out where your audience is hanging out online. Knowing where your customers hang out will help you brainstorm content ideas related to the pain points they're struggling with right now. Step number 4. Set goals for your business and create themes. While you already might start to get some ideas of potential topics, it's time to take a bird's eye view on the year, what topics and themes you want to discuss before going into individual post topics. I know you want to start coming up with all those great topics right now, but hold your horses. Doing this extra step will significantly improve the chances of your content being more successful, as it allows you to create pillar pieces of content and have all the other pieces you create support those most epic pieces, helping it to rank better. Step number 5. It is finally time to start producing real content topics ideas based on the themes you set yourself up for the upcoming quarter or the next couple of months, combined with the knowledge you've gathered on the online places where your audience is hanging out. Just write all the ideas you've got down, maybe first on a bunch of post-its, but if you want to figure out which topics to go after, it is better to have them all end up in a master Excel sheet. So put them there, one topic per line. And we also want to include the monthly search volume for that topic and the total number of search results. The number of search results can be found underneath the search bar at the top of Google search result pages. The monthly search volume can be found using keywords everywhere or using a free tool like Youre suggests. On to step number 6. We need to figure out how much traffic potential each idea has. The idea here is that, of course, you're doing your best to have your content end up on the number 1 spot of Google. But what is a number 1 spot really worth? How much traffic can you expect your piece of content to get when you dethrone the current number 1? This is easy to figure out if you got a SEMrush account. Just take the link of the current number 1 result and put it in the organic research part of SEMrush. The reason why you want to do this is that the estimate of monthly traffic that blog post is getting is way more of an accurate indicator of how much potential traffic you might be getting versus just the search volume. People searching for a topic have all the options on that first page of the search results after all, to choose from when they are looking for an answer. So we take the number from SEMrush, which is a monthly number, and multiply it by 12. You don't have to do this, but we think it is more interesting to look at the long-term results you might be getting from your piece of content. Getting almost no traffic, even if you have the number 1 spot, skip this topic and move over to the next. Step number 7, something we like to call the traffic score. When you divide the traffic potential by the search results available and multiply it by 1000, you can have an easy to look at number that gives you an idea of the topics that have a low competition and high traffic potential. Step number 8. In this step, we will look at how difficult it is to overtake that precious number 1 spot. Even though certain post topics might have a good traffic score and as a result have high traffic potential and low competition, it doesn't automatically mean you can overtake their spot in the search results. So try to figure out what things you need to do in your content to be able to overtake that number 1 spot. You can do this by looking at all the individual pieces of content on the first page of the search results to see what makes them so good or bad and they just got lucky to begin with. We call these opportunity gaps, and you can think of things like how fresh is the answer provided? Is the result a post from 2 years ago and potentially not relevant anymore? How qualitative is the content? Do you think there's an opportunity to go deeper to deliver a more in-depth answer to the question? What is the domain rank of the site delivering the answers? You can use the Mossbar SEO toolbar for this. See what the domain authority is of the website currently ranking compared to yours. If a similar or lower domain authority compared to your domain is ranking, it is a good signal that this particular topic is not overly crowded yet and is not too competitive. And finally, how well do the current results answer those questions that you're searching for? How relevant are the answers and could you easily improve on that? Step number 9, we're almost there. Now that we did most of the research and we've identified the gaps in the current results, how much traffic we could potentially get for a topic, etc., it is time to give each topic a ranking potential. A high ranking potential, there is an opportunity gap and no authoritative sites currently ranking in the top 5 results. A medium ranking potential, there's an opportunity gap, but there are authoritative sites currently ranking in the top 5 results. A low ranking potential, there is no opportunity gap and there are authoritative sites currently ranking in the top 5 results. Just write down high, medium or low in the final column of your Excel sheet. Now that we know our high ranking potential topics, it's time we can finally put them into our schedule and start producing the content. The topics are worth pursuing end up in your content calendar of choice, whether it be Asana, Trello, Google Sheets, CoSchedule or any of the other tools that people use and that the people in your organization feel comfortable with. That's it. This is the way to leave the guessing game and the hamster wheel behind you. To stop producing content just for the sake of producing content. If you follow these steps, then you have a better chance of coming up with the topics that will bring in results for your business. Now all you need to do is still create the piece itself. But at least you also know what it needs to contain to outrank your competitors. If you still have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comment section below. And if you need any help creating your content, then please be sure to get in touch with us. As always, you can find a more in-depth article at our blog at usergrowth.io. And if you learned something new from this video, be sure to like it and share it with the people that you think can learn from this as well. Thanks for watching, be sure to subscribe and talk to you next time.